So I'm sitting here at 3 o'clock and I'm getting the same pulses of pain throughout the body. So I'm going to insert this underneath my arm, like so. And I'm going to track the temperature again. And again, I'm going to call out the sensation I'm feeling. So we are starting at 24.6 for the temperature around my body and 33.2. So we're up to 24.7 and 33.9. That's 50 seconds into the video. So another subtle hit on the right hip. And there is an increase. Wasn't too subtle. So I'm going to hold this away from my breath, just in case my breath is affecting the air temperature. I'm going to hold it away. Actually, let me do it above my head so my breath is not affecting it at all. So the sensor is still underneath my arm. And I just had a hit underneath the left ear, 25.2. $34.9. Just to prove the consistency of the video I posted before. And that it hit underneath the left ear. Right around here. And 25.3. Hit on the right hip, and the body temperature went up to 24.5. So because my feet underneath the table, and of course my hips are underneath the table, the angle of these assaults are different. So when my neck is hit, it's coming from a different angle. When my hips are hit, it's coming from a different angle. So the air, as you'd notice, the temperature just now, the body temperature increased, but the air didn't. And there it just did. But it didn't go simultaneously at that point in time. So the hit on the hip is coming from a different angle, so the air underneath the table would have been heated up. But when my neck and my face is affected, the air is immediately affected, the temperature of the air. Another hit on the right hip. So I'm going to suspect that various people around the unit is taking part. There's a computerized system that they can log on to, and the technology is in different. Maybe there are more than one spots that the technology is installed, but it does come from different angles. And the A is gone up to 25.6, and we are up to 34.5, the body temperature. And the right arm, upper arm, the upper arm right here. right where you'd get a needle. And the right side of the hip is constantly being affected. So there are certain spots that are targeted every day, and every day there's a different spot that is targeted. So the same spot is hit over and over to cause inflammation and pain. And another huge sensation on the right side of the hip. It wasn't burning, it was a pulse. And there we have 25/8, the air. So the sensor is still underneath the arm. Let's make sure it's right the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. So I haven't had hit in a while. So maybe the increments have increased from the last time I posted. Just got a subtle one on the left hip and on the right bladder area, but not too painful. Just a little pulse. Oh, there's a bigger pulse of pain right where the bladder is, just on the side of the bladder. So a lot of people do get bladder cancers as well. And they're 25/9. Another pulse of pain on the side. It almost feels as if you stick something into your body that's not sharp, and you're turning it, but it comes and goes almost instantly, within seconds sometimes instantly. But what's interesting is that the air around and the body temperature increases when this happens. So the coincidence speaks for itself. It's not a coincidence at all. There is a clear relationship between the two. I shouldn't say coincidence. It seemed to be a coincidence at first, but if it happens over and over and over and over and over again, it's not a coincidence at all, which is why I'm doing a second take. So the body temperature went up to 34.6. So it takes a little bit longer for the body temperature to increase, and the air is almost instant. So that's 11 minutes. So the frequency seemed to be happening um, further apart. The frequency has decreased rather than every minute or every 30 seconds. The intervals seem to have increased. So we're going on 12 minutes. And I just got another pulse on the left hip. And after this, these constant pulses, the spot starts to burn and it does get inflamed. And there you go, 26. And the body temperature takes a while to increase. And another hit on the bladder area, on the right back, pulse on the right back. So since it's on the right, and there, 26, 26.1, and 34.6. So it's going on 15 minutes. So the subtle hits, you feel it, but the body temperature doesn't increase as quickly, but it does increase. So what happens with the subtle hits is, and when the interval is wider, it allows the body to um, to cool down. The body actually adjusts if it gets too hot, or it tries to, anyways. So it's going on 15 minutes, 16 minutes. So I'm just going to cut it off there. And the air temperature went up to 26 too.